else has seen and thinking what nobody else has thought. Albert von Schinsky-Gorky. Imagine your world without television. Without the invention of television, we wouldn't have some of the computers and digital movies that we have today. Today I will give you a brief overview of the idea, the machine, and the fight. Let's start with the idea. The idea came at a young age and with some problems. According to Paul Szynski, who wrote The Boy Who Invented Television, Philo Farnsworth figured out at the age of 15 how to build the electronic television while plowing a potato field in Rigby, Idaho. Philo took the idea to his 9th grade science teacher, Justin Tolman, in 1921. Philo never had the chance to graduate from Rigby High School or from any high school. He then tried and saved up the money to go to Brigham Young University, where he was never respected, and due to lack of funds, he was never able to graduate. According to NNDB, Philo got his electrician's license and top-level certification as a radiotrician by mail in 1925. Continuing through Philo's struggle came the actual job of building the television. The building and funding of the machine came at some hardships. Philo then moved to Salt Lake City, Utah, where he tried to save up the money to build the electronic television but never was able to. Aaron Schwartzkin, screenwriter, producer, and playwright for The West Wing, Charlie Wilson's War, and The Social Network, wrote the Farnsworth invention. According to Aaron, Philo got a job with George Everson and Leslie Gorell as survey manager. George and Les realized Philo's true potential and realized that he would be much more than just a survey manager for their company. After careful consideration, George and Les funded Philo's idea and gave him $6,000 to build the television. Philo told George, "I'll have to get married before I can go." That evening, Philo called Pim, his girlfriend, who had returned to Provo to live with her family. "Pim, I've got backing from television. Can you marry me in 3 days?" In 3 days' time, they got married and moved to Los Angeles to build the first electronic television. Like most machines, it was a failure the first time. Philo then looked for more funding and found the Crawford National Bank. He moved to San Francisco, and on September 7, 1927, Philo Farnsworth made the first electronic transmission of television, according to NNDB. The thing with getting a patent is it eventually will run out. Funding from the Crawford National Bank, the Crocker Group thought it would be a good idea for Philo to get his idea patent. So they went to the office, and to come to find out, Vladimir Zorkin, who worked for RCA, was also working on the electronic television and was working on getting the patents. According to Aaron Zorkin, Philo and Vladimir went through a legal battle over patents for years. According to NNDB, in 1934, Farnsworth high school teacher, Mr. Tolman, appeared in court introducing as evidence the paper describing television, which teenaged Philo Farnsworth had turned into him 13 years earlier. That's all the courts had to hear. Philo won the battle and was able to have the rights to the patents for the electronic television. According to NNDB, in 1939, RCA finally licensed Philo's patents, reportedly paying him $1 million for them. In conclusion, if it hadn't been for Philo's years of hard work, we wouldn't have television. I will leave you with this quote from Philo as he was watching Neil Armstrong walk across the moon. This has made it all worthwhile. Thank you.